What's your why? Well, this is important because there's a famous book written by Simon Sinek, and it's called Start With Why. And in the book, it talks about why before you ever figure out how you're gonna do something, you need to figure out first why you're doing it in the first place. I'm gonna do that in this video by talking about the importance of having a personal mission statement and why that's extremely important for you, and as well as for my company, Media Victor Pro, right? I'm wearing the hat, you can see. And I'm gonna put this out here on the screen so that everyone can see, because this is my personal mission statement that I live by every single day. And it's the reason why I exist. I look at this on my phone when I get up in the morning. It's one of the first things I look at outside of, my daily routine. I need to make sure that my why is in front of me. Sometimes I'll put like little stickets like on my mirror or in my room or right by the wall where I wake up. And it helps me remind me of why I'm doing what I'm doing in the first place. Your mission is your reason for doing what you're doing. And it needs to be in front of you. You need to remind yourself of who you are, why you're doing it, because if you don't remember why you're doing it, you're not gonna, when things get tough, you're really gonna be struggling with the how. It's gonna remind you of your passion for the problem that you are solving in this world, right? Your personal mission statement is literally so important because it will help you go through your day as you are struggling with certain things, right? So I say that everyone needs to have a mission statement. Like, you need to have something in writing that you look at, something that expresses your ultimate why. Why are you here on this earth? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you passionate about what you're passionate about? What is the thing that gets you going to continue to do the thing that you're doing? So here's my personal mission statement, and I hope you can get some idea. It's pretty much starts like this. It says, executing daily the victor mindset, I pursue excellence. Rejecting daily the victim mindset, I embrace growth and overcome adversity. Now, what I love about this is that I literally sat for hours one day just thinking about what my mission was after reading Simon Sinek's book and going through that process. I really sat and thought about every single word, right? Because I wanted this to be something that I read every day and that made me feel powerful, right? And when I look at this every single day, it reminds me the importance of, words and how words affect us. It's so true. Words are powerful. God created the world by speaking into existence. Just like us, we have a micro ability to do the same thing because we're created in the image of God. And so our words create our worlds. So when we are saying things to ourselves out loud, the things that we're doing and why we're doing it, it's no accident that Rayno's getting up in the morning. He's executing daily, executing the victor mindset. Because that's my mission. That's my why. And it's just expressing itself through my company, Media Victor Pro. I'm executing daily the victor mindset, right? I said I pursue excellence. I'm rejecting the victim mindset. I'm embracing growth and overcoming adversity. I'm looking at that. I'm reading that. I'm putting that in my soul because I know that that's gonna affect my personal world, and that's gonna affect how I interact with everybody every single day that's around me. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not perfect, right? Like I said, when things get tough, this is to remind me of my why. And so what I wanna say is, if you wanna change the things around you, you need to remember why you're doing this thing in the first place, right? Especially when things get tough. And so for those of you, my name is Rayno Victor, right? And it's inspired the name of my company. The word victor inspires me so much because the word victor means someone who overcomes and someone who is successful in a battle or in a game or in a sport, right? And I want to be that person who wins. Like, I want to win in my life, in every area of my life. And I believe that me executing the victor mindset, going through those different levels in my life, right? Being someone who is putting on the victor mindset. Just like when I put on my hat, I imagine my hat's like a victor mindset. I'm putting it on every single day and I'm going through the process. So I'm figuring out, how am I going to win? My company is actually, the acronym of my company is MVP. And I really love that because it's like the sports analogy of winning a game or winning at life, right? And so these word choices are very specific because the word MVP inspires me. My mission statement is like, what's my why? Like, it's literally why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I just really am inspired by the word victor. And the word victor just reminds me, hey, Rayno, how are we gonna win today? How are we gonna win today? How can we get a win today? Because it may just be doing one thing, right? Like today I was shooting these videos for the channel so that you guys can be inspired. That's a win for me today, right? Editing some videos, right? And making sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing so I can win the ultimate game of life. All right, so I decided to start my mission statement with a gerund, and a gerund just means a word that ends in ing, and any gerund, like meaning that it's continuing. It's something that I'm doing on a regular basis, right? Executing the victor mindset, right? I really resonate. I'm like executing daily, executing every day. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's Rayno. I'm executing daily, because execution means I'm getting stuff done, whether I like it or not, right? Like whether I feel like doing it or not, I'm going to get up and I'm going to win at the highest level by first affecting my mindset. Executing daily, the victor mindset, right? I'm not just talking about the victor mindset. I'm going to be walking the victor mindset. I'm executing it every single day, and I'm not gonna turn it off. It's something that happens continually. That's why I added that gerund, ing, executing daily, every single day. It's just who I am. I'm not gonna turn it off and keep going. And I'm deciding to be a victor, not just outside, but in my mind, right? Gonna keep going. It's not just a name for me. It's who I am, right? Because having the right mindset is the key to being successful in life in general, right? And I think that is so important. So my mission statement is, no matter what I'm doing, I'm gonna try my best to execute the victor mindset on a daily basis, because that's a part of my personal mission for my life and how I pursue the goals of excellence in my life. Executing daily victor mindset, I pursue excellence, right? Meaning that I set the gold standard for myself. Even if I don't get excellence, right? 100% of the time, I'm still pursuing it. I'm chasing it. It's like right the grasp of my fingers. I'm just gonna keep going and pursuing it. Like I'm imagining myself like literally running, chasing excellence like it's a person, like it's like Usain Bolt in front of me, and I'm just chasing and chasing and chasing. Even if I never catch it, I'm just gonna keep going and going it and keep running after it until the day that I die, right? And I think that's the goal of mine, just to be the best and to keep striving. And that's why I wrote that first part of my mission statement as executing daily the victor mindset, I pursue excellence. Now, the second part of my statement is actually a reversal of the first part, right? I think it's important to have a dream, but I think it's also important to have a nightmare, something you should be running away from as well, right? So there's something you should chase, there's something that should be behind you. So I decided to flip it and to start also with a gerund, and I said rejecting, right? Rejecting daily the victim mindset, right? Again, remember I said it's just like the parallel of the first one. So the first one was I said, I am executing the victor mindset. The second one said, I'm rejecting the victim mindset and going through that process of rejecting every single day, because I know inside of me there is a victim. Inside of me there's someone who wants to complain and wants to make excuses, someone who wants to feel small, someone who says they're not good enough, someone who says they're not worthy. But I'm challenging you guys, when that voice comes in your head that says you're not good enough, reject it every single day. Reject it, reject it, reject it, reject it. I imagine it's like a bird landing on my head. And it's okay for the bird of victimhood to land on my head, right? But it's not okay for that bird to lay a nest in my head. I'm not gonna let you just come over here and victim thinking and just rest and nestle in my head. No, you gotta go. I'm rejecting you. You gotta get out of here, right? Because I'm rejecting negative thinking. I'm rejecting anything that's not in alignment with me chasing excellence. I'm rejecting anything that's not part of the victor mindset, because if I don't figure out how to master the art of growing through adversity when things get tough, if I don't master that first, it's gonna be really, really hard when those negative thoughts come in my head, or even when a negative situation comes, reframing the way I think about it and saying, you know what, this is a new level. I'm gonna learn how to conquer this, right? Things are getting tougher. I'm not gonna pray for the problem to get smaller. I'm gonna pray that I get bigger. I'm gonna pray that I get better. I'm not gonna pray for things to be easier. I'm gonna pray that I get better. I'm gonna pray that I'm gonna keep going so that I continue to push and push. And so that's why the second part of it is rejecting daily the victim mindset. I embrace growth and overcome adversity. See, it all goes back to one thing. I believe that whenever I'm working with new business partners and I don't see any level of the same type of energy in their lives, I don't want to do business with them. If I'm ever interacting in a situation in business and I feel like my partners aren't acting the same way, right? You can't expect people to have the same values as you. But when you're working with people very, very closely and your business is lied directly to theirs, if they don't have that same victor mindset, if they don't have that same mindset of embracing adversity and trying to overcome it, I don't want to work with you, right? And that's why I told you my mission statement, and that's why Media Victor Pro exists as it exists. We're a company that works with motivational speakers that are teaching and sharing the mindset principles that's needed to be able to teach people how to become victors in their lives using the power of media production, right? One of my clients, Taurus Montgomery, amazing guy. His brand is that he helps student athletes overcome adversity by teaching them character and leadership development skills. And it's so cool because as he's doing that, he's teaching them principles to overcome the bad things that's happened in their lives. And I'm with that because that's what Media Victor Pro is all about. That's what Rayno Victor is all about. And so me being a motivational speaker myself, I like to speak, right? I like to create courses. I like to create marketing materials for people who are trying to help people. That is my why. And on the side, I take pictures as a photographer. I like taking pictures for families, right? Because when I was a kid, we couldn't afford family pictures. I want to help families get that moment for them if I get opportunity, because that's a part of me overcoming and helping someone who needs that service, right? And creating something that leaves the world better than I found it. And so my challenge to myself with my mission statement after reading Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why, is to go back to the source. Rayno, why are you doing all this? Why are you taking pictures, right? Why are you creating videos, right? Because my mission is to leave this world better than I found it. It's to help people, right? And I want to use my camera for good. That's why MVP exists. That's why Media Victor Pro exists. I'm not just here just taking pictures and creating content just for the sake of for myself. I want to help people. I want to add value to the world. That's my mission. That's my purpose. I win by creating content for motivational speakers. I win by creating content like these videos that's going to be blasted out into the world to help people reframe the way that they're thinking. Because I'm executing daily the victor mindset and I'm pursuing excellence, right? In everything that I'm doing. I'm rejecting daily the victim mindset and I'm pursuing and embracing adversity and growth like it's a friend, because I know that on the other side of adversity is transformation. On the other side of adversity and the problems that I'm overcoming is actually solutions. And as an entrepreneur, like one of the things that I first struggled with was just editing and creating content and figuring out systems, right? And how to do it, because my clients, they were struggling with editing, right? I'm like literally. So I literally solved that problem for them. And as a result of me solving the problem of content creation in their business, I got a business, right? And so now we have a win-win relationship. And that's what it's about. Solving problems, embracing the problems, right? So that you can become the best version of yourself that you can be. I promise you, it's well worth it. Every single day as I go through my life, I look at my mission statement. I look at why I'm here, because guys, when you know your why, figuring out how you're gonna do it gets a little bit easier. I didn't say it was easy, but it gets a little bit easier, right? So I just wanna be a part of the process of helping people make that transition from being a victim to a victor. That is my why. And I'm doing that through my company. I'm doing that with the content that I'm creating. And so I challenge you to, guys, write out a mission statement for yourself. I challenge you to put on a screensaver, on a sticky note, in a mirror, somewhere where you can look at it every single day and ask yourself the question, what is my why? How am I moving forward to make this why a reality? What's your reason for being? What's your why? Why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing, right? Why am I going through all this hard work? Why am I doing all this late nights and grinding and hustling? There has to be a bigger picture for this, and it has to be put in front of you so that you can make the most of your situation. So this is Rayno Victor signing off, reminding you that I am a victor. I'm a victor, and so are you. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you share it with someone in your life that will be encouraged by this message, and I hope you have a great day. Peace.